second show in our energy medicine series. I'm Sharon, and this is lovely Sam, my co-host. And we're so happy to be here today and to really bring forth such honor in regards to healing at this beautiful training center we have, the Doc of Detox Healing and Training Center here in Ixtapa, Mexico. Before we bring on our beautiful Braveheart guest, Olja Lubushansky, the director of Bioptron Netherlands, Sam would like to say a few words.
Yeah, I would. Hi everyone and welcome back. So our interactive show is going to be focusing on the power of the Bioptron for the entire family. This device is truly remarkable, utilising hyperpolarized light that can infuse your body with light energy at a cellular level. So this show is all about healing with light for the entire family.
And that's what it's about. That's what our show is about.
Yeah.
The Bioptron journey from 0 to 100. It's a beautiful journey. I don't know where our next, here we go. We've entered such a such a dark age with 95 to 98% of our technology today that makes us sick. It really does. All of these latest technologies, these breakthroughs, are actually creating dis-ease in the body, both emotionally, physically, and spiritually. We are electromagnetic energy light beings. The human body consists of over 7 octillion atomic particles. Like, count all those zeros. I don't even think I actually did that yet. But that's a lot of particles. And these particles, these atomic particles, create little tornadoes of energy. And that's what it's all about. It's all about light energy. So we want to spin at the highest energy and the highest vibration that we possibly can so that we can truly heal and live a vibrant life.
Yeah, absolutely. And these technologies that we are blindly embracing and bringing into our homes and introducing them to our children at such a young age are not just diminishing your bioelectric or batteries, but destroying them. So it's just so important to be aware of what you're bringing into your home and what it's doing to you all. We consist of 99% light energy. These vessels, our beautiful bodies that we call home for now, are actually only 1% of our existence. So when we truly understand that we are electromagnetic light beings, the truth changes our lives and sets us free.
And we can truly heal.
And we really do heal. Once we get this, guys, and we understand that we are light beings, healing then becomes easy.
It does. And it's a real breakthrough. And what happens in our society is that there's just so much that's focused on the physical being, which is actually only 1% of who we actually are. Then when we move and take that shift and really recognize how powerful that we are as human light beings, then it's truly amazing. So today we are talking about the Bioptron, which has been on the cutting edge of light therapy for over 30 years. And a lot of people haven't even heard of it.
I know, it's incredible.
It is incredible, absolutely incredible. So we are so pleased to welcome back our special guest and our friend, Olja Lubushansky, Director of Bioptron in the Netherlands, accredited, recognized executive training provider at the International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine, IPHM, United Kingdom. Olja will be taking us on the Bioptron healing light energy journey from 0 to 100. Take it away, our beautiful Braveheart woman, Olja, and welcome back.
Welcome back, Olja. It's so great to see you.
Hello, Sharon and Sam. Great
Hi,
to see
lovely.
you. It's my pleasure to be with you today. Greetings in the name of Bioptron Company.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful, Olja. We had such a beautiful session with you quite a few months ago. And and now you're back.
Yes, thank you so much for this invitation. It's an honor to be in Doc of Detox show.
Yeah, it's really an honor to have you here today.
And you've created an awesome slideshow for us, Olja. So whenever you're ready, if you'd like to share your screen, or when you're ready to introduce, you can go.
Yes. Do you see my screen?
Is it up?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're good.
is.
We're good
Yes.
to go, my love.
We're absolutely
Awesome.
wonderful
Okay.
to go. And
Okay.
Kelly, we love you too, Kelly. Kelly's
Hi,
today
Kelly.
mentioned. Hi, Kelly in Canada.
Welcome to Bioptron Journey 0 to 100. I would like to start this program with with the story about this molecule that you can see on your screen. Do you know what it is? I'm asking our audience. It's a molecule C60, fullerene. I would like to tell you a small story. In 1996, the three scientists, Crotto, Smalley, and Curl, were awarded with the Nobel Prize for the discovery of fullerenes in a laboratory. And based on this discovery, Bioptron scientists have developed and patented nanophotonic fullerene optics with C60 and metal oxides integrated in its matrix. So it's a special formula, not only just C60. And this optics generates hyperpolarized light that can affect our body and that can heal us not only locally, I mean wounds and burns, but also systemically on the quantum level. So Bioptron is a great medical device, clinically tested and certified for disease prevention, for therapy, and for recovery. It is certified for pain relief, wound healing, dermatological disorders, and also for mental disorders such as depression and seasonal affective disorder. So you can use it in various medical branches like pediatrics, dentistry, also for veterinary care, and very interesting for anti-aging, because Bioptron won a trophy as the best anti-aging product in Paris in 2014 at the Aesthetic and Anti-Aging Medicine Congress.
So we have an anti-aging show on today as well, as we're journeying
Yes,
from 0 to
yes.
100. And when we had you on in regards to the depression, because that's the show that we had
Yeah.
Alia on, is brain on fire equals depression. And basically what's happening is that we have so much anxiety that we just shut down. And when we shut down, obviously we don't have much light energy. And this can actually bring and infuse that light energy and bring up our vibration, so then we can actually address depression issues,
Yeah,
which is
that
really
was an
wonderful.
amazing show.
Yeah.
Yes, Bioptron you can use for the whole family, from 0 to 100. And this is a natural prevention and natural healing without side effects, because it is non-invasive, it's surgery-free, pain-free therapy, and this improves the quality of life, and we can see it in what ways. Why is Bioptron so special? Bioptron has 5 features. So it's incoherent, low energy light, polarized light, hyperpolarized, and also polychromatic light. Just to say it in very short, incoherent is versus coherent light. Coherent light is, for instance, laser light, which is coherent light with high intensity light that can damage tissue. In contrast, Bioptron is soft, low intensity light with dynamic penetration. There are no side effects and no risk of damaging tissues. So it's a fast and safe, painless, effective healing. It is also low energy light. This means consistent and steady intensity of 2.4 joules per square centimeter per minute, which represent a safe dose of light. It's a polarized light. What this means, the Brewster optical unit, which is integrated in the device, is a multi-layered optical system, and this provides 95% of light polarization. So the light, first the light was chaotic, it was diffuse light in a light bulb, and now the light is becoming structured light. It's a vertically linearly polarized light, and such light interacts with the C60 molecule that is integrated in the matrix, and it's generating hyperpolarized light, a highly structured light which corresponds to the conformational state of our biostructures in the body. And through resonance light-matter interaction, it maintains and restores the body on the quantum level. And it's also polychromatic light. What this means, various colors from 400 until 3,400 nanometers. and different light wavelengths penetrate the skin at different depths, activating various biological processes in the body and regenerating the whole body. This is very special light because, as I said, it's from 400 until 3400. And this means there is no UV light that can damage tissue. 400 until 700, it's a visible light. So we can have the whole spectrum of a rainbow. And then we have also the small portion of healing infrared light. And this is just the best spectrum of the sunlight that we can have just in this device.
That's amazing.
That's so amazing. And when we talk about structured, I mean, we talk so much about structured water that we consume, and it's all about how it's all laid out. It's now a linear water. And so then now we have structured light. So then we can infuse with structured water. So then now when you bring structured light, it's like a double whammy. That's the way I kind of look at it. So we're just bumping up, and bumping up. I think this is just amazing. And then when you've embedded the C60 molecule within that, I mean, that's the highest vibration molecule on the planet. And so now you're just, wow, I just want to lie under it right now.
Right.
Well, here, maybe I'll just go over here and do that.
You'll fall asleep, sweetheart.
That's beautiful. It's so exciting. Yeah. So hi, Marina, and hi, Carol, and hi, Yelisav. Thank you for joining us. Beautiful.
So we can start the journey with zero. Still I have to say, I would like to say actually something, and this is that, as I said, the different wavelengths are acting differently on our body. You can see here, for instance, 400 until 500 nanometers, it has antibacterial effect, and then 400 until 780 is for hormonal balance. For local microcirculation, special wavelengths, for systemic microcirculation, also anti-inflammatory effect. So the best portion of light spectrum that we can have, it's just inside.
And what's the period of time, Olya, that is recommended when you have is it 10 minutes and then that's it? And does it really make any difference if you're under the light in a certain area for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, or what's the time frame that's the recommended?
10 minutes is just enough, and this here, if you take it out, so this is 10 centimeter distance.
Right.
Fabulous.
So 10 minutes with 10 centimeter distance, or if you use it as for depression, then you can just turn on 30 minutes or 40 minutes with 30 centimeter distance.
Okay, awesome. I was going to ask, is there different lengths of time for different conditions and different bits and pieces? So that's really interesting. Thank you.
So basically a minute is centimeter.
Yes.
Distance
yes,
away.
Exactly.
Yeah, so if it's 30 centimeters away, then you have it on for 30 minutes.
Ah, awesome. Makes it even clearer. Thank
My
you.
mathematical mind.
Well done,
comes in,
mathematical
so.
Yes, this is great, Sharon.
It's like, bing, a pattern. Okay.
Super. Yeah, 10 minutes is just effective, and that's enough, really enough.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Yes. Yes, and you can use it 2 times a day, for instance. If you have somewhere pain in your body, sometimes I was using it even 3-4 times a day. There are no side effects, but 10 minutes is just enough for just normal condition as for prevention.
Which is wonderful if you've gone kind of like time limited in your day as well. It's just 10 minutes in the morning and you've done your light therapy for the day. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's the best if you have a Bioptron in your bed and then you turn on 10 minutes. Just
perfect.
I know where your Bioptron is.
Yes. Sometimes I fall asleep.
I get it. I understand. I do it all the time. Yes. And so when you're talking about the anti-aging and when you're putting it on your face, I mean, because if you're only 10 centimeters away, you're only going to get, so you probably put it about 20 centimeters away and then it'll cover most of your face. Is that right?
Yes, because the diameter is 10 centimeters.
Right.
So you just put it a little bit more away, and
Yeah.
then you do it longer.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, fabulous. Okay,
Shall we start with the age 0?
Okay, great.
Okay, Bioptron for 0 years old for babies. We know that babies mostly have problems with skin rash at the diaper area. The mothers know that, the fathers also. Also scratches and scrapes. So some babies are really scratching a lot, and then the parents have to put small gloves on their hands. Then they have eczema, different kind of eczema. Decubitus, which is pressure ulcers, and also jaundice. And all these conditions can be treated with Bioptron.
And it must just put them in just such a relaxed state,
Yes.
babies, yeah.
Yes, but there is only one condition. You have to use the patches for the eyes
Yes.
if it's really affecting this area on the face, because it's too much light energy for such a small baby.
Right.
And there is in the package with Bioptron, you get just these folds that you can use it for your baby.
Oh,
Great.
okay, good to know.
Just you put a napkin or some silk
Right.
cloth.
Yeah, so you don't have to have any kind of special, it's just a matter of just blocking out the light.
Yes, that is not really there, because babies are not conscious about it, so maybe they will stare.
Yeah.
And Ola, we have to say, we really love this slide. It made us both coo. Just so cute. Right.
It's
So
very cute.
wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, it's adorable.
Yes.
It's just,
So we can conclude here for babies, it's mostly dermal issues.
right.
And we can treat all these dermal issues with Bioptron.
And do they need less time, or they can still have the 10 minutes?
It's a very good question. Yes, you can do also 4 minutes or 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And what are the health benefits? It's relieving pain, fighting against infections, stimulating immune system, reducing inflammation, regenerating damaged tissue, and faster and more complete healing of wounds. And why? Because it's activating immune system and decreasing release of pro-inflammatory cytokines. It has also antibacterial effect, which is this portion of blue light in Bioptron spectrum. It increases the response against external pathogens, also the portion of blue light, and also it's increasing collagen production. It's stimulating the production of collagen and elastin, so it's stimulating the fibroblasts, and fibroblasts proliferate to a greater extent, increasing local microcirculation. So the healing is achieved on multi-layers. It's not. It's a very special device because it's really systemically healing the body.
It's on so many levels, and also so like for children coming into the world at the moment, they're coming into quite a stressful world. This beautiful thing is going to take them into their parasympathetic and relax them and just give them all of this beautiful healing. I think it's amazing. What a tool.
Yes, it is.
So does it actually increase the, I mean, every DNA cell in the body, because every cell that the body has, which is over 60 trillion cells, has a DNA molecule. And I know that the DNA molecule goes dark when it becomes diseased or damaged. And so it actually loses its photons, because every DNA molecule can attract up to, from what I gather, about 1,000 photons, which is like little fireflies to the cell. And this actually increases the fireflies. That's how I picture it. Is that correct?
Yes, it is correct. It's just bringing the energy and energizing all the cells in the body, and
exactly.
as you said,
so
DNA,
turning the light back on in the DNA.
Yes.
Well,
everything is influencing us. Everything.
and I'm loving that image. Like I've just got little fireflies all on the inside.
Totally.
It's amazing.
And then we create a tornado, and then we're like, hey, we're off the. So somebody, Lucky asked a question: can this be used on pets?
Pets, definitely, because they are the same as we are, and I will also speak about it. But definitely, yes, yes.
Amazing.
We have
She does
very
have a
good,
slide about it,
successful yes, successful. I can also send a link later on. Maybe you can just write down the name of the person who was asking that. I can send some material, video material, very nice, about healing the animals.
Sure. Yeah, Lucky, if you want to send us a link or something, or yeah, we will forward that information to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, we prepared also a video, which is very special video. We can just look into our red blood cells and see what happens when you apply Bioptron on your body with a distance of 10 centimeters, what is going on inside with your red blood cells. So this image on the left side will be before Bioptron exposure, and the image on the right side will be 10 minutes after Bioptron exposure. So how Bioptron influences our red blood cells, actually how it influences us on the quantum level. Maybe we can see the film now.
Okay. Go ahead, Jarek.
You can see the red blood cells before quantum hyperlight exposure. They are clotted and inactive. Such condition is affecting the human body in a very negative way, leading to various serious health diseases in the whole body, causing even sometimes premature death.
This experiment is called
on the right side, after only 10 minutes of quantum hyperlight exposure, you can see the significant positive results that have been obtained. The red blood cells became active due to the Bioptron hyperlight therapy, which results in oxygenation. The whole body is revitalized, rejuvenated and healthier. You can see the red blood cells before quantum hyperlight exposure. They are clotted and inactive. Such condition is affecting the human body in a very negative way, leading to various serious health diseases in the whole body, causing even sometimes premature death.
Just wait a little bit and see what is
on the
going
right
on.
side,
Yes,
after only 10 minutes of quantum hyperlight exposure, you can see the significant
are becoming completely separated.
The red blood cells became active due to the Bioptron hyperlight therapy, which results in oxygenation.
Empowered by
the whole body is revitalized, rejuvenated and healthier.
And this is actually illustrating.
You can see the red blood cells before quantum hyperlight exposure. They are clotted and inactive. Such condition is affecting the human body in a very negative way, leading to various serious health diseases in the whole body, causing even sometimes premature death.
As you know, blood carries
on the right side, after only 10 minutes of quantum hyperlight exposure, you can see the significant positive results that have been obtained. The red blood cells became active due to the Bioptron hyperlight therapy.
Effortlessly, it is conveying oxygen to the vital organs.
You can see the red blood cells before quantum hyperlight exposure. They are clotted and inactive. Such condition is affecting the human body in a very negative way, leading to various serious health diseases in the whole body, causing even sometimes premature death.
And coagulation.
On the right side, after only 10 minutes of quantum hyperlight exposure, you can see the significant positive results that have been obtained.
This is for me just amazing.
The red blood cells became active due to the Bioptron hyperlight therapy, which results in oxygenation. The whole body is revitalized, rejuvenated and healthier.
See how this blood,
you can see the red blood cells before quantum
hyperlight blood cells, how they revive and regenerate, restore and renew after only 10 minutes of exposure. And I would like to say the exposure was on one of the biologically active zones, and that was on a C7 vertebrae on the neck with a distance of 10 centimeters. So you can put it on your belly, you can put it between the eyebrows, on the sternum, all these energy centers that are powerful and that can be very easily manipulated in a good way for healing purposes.
I mean, that's just amazing, Olya. And so with things like blood clots, would you put it on the area that the blood clot has formed? Would that be useful?
Or
would you just do it on the energy
centers? When the clot formed, it can really be disaster in the body. So
So
better,
it's more preventative.
better not to have blood clot
Yeah.
in the body, or if people are suspicious, just immediately go to the doctor, because it can be really fatal.
Sure, but so this.
But with Bioptron we can prevent, and we can do
wonderful
as a treatment. Yes, also in addition and as complementary treatment to just the normal treatments that are recommended.
Thank you for that.
Because it can be really disaster.
Well, and you had spoken about in the last time that we had you on that you can shine the Bioptron on C7.
Yes.
And then that would really affect the energy as far as the spine goes within 10 minutes. So it would probably start looking like that after 10 minutes. The fluid
Yes.
coming up and down the spine.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
It's
really is.
It's incredible that it's 10 minutes, because
Yeah.
we're sort of like programmed to believe that these things, we can't heal this quickly, right? So 10 minutes a day, it's amazing. I love it.
It's amazing. And if you do it every day, it's really healthy.
It's just,
Yes, absolutely. And
preventative.
I do it as often as I can in that area. And it just, when I feel a little draggy, then I just throw it on that C7, 10 minutes, and bam, I'm out the door and I'm good to go. It's so phenomenal.
It's amazing. And also, like, we've been talking about this quite a lot, about preventative measures for our health, which isn't spoken about in Western medicine, because it's all about not dealing with a problem until it's that bad that you're in trouble. So everything that we're doing here is all preventative and making you in your healthiest state, so you're not going to get into these problems going forwards. Yeah.
Yeah,
We have to make our immune system very strong, and to just go on to 100 years and not to take medicines.
Yeah.
So we have to think in the way of epigenetics. Epi means above genetics. So maybe some people have got bad genes, but that does not mean that they will get sick if they just act in a good way, if they take care about their health. Our health is in our hands, and we have to do all the best that we can to prevent the disease.
Yeah, take full responsibility for ourselves and use these amazing tools that we have access to make
Well,
us
and you know,
vital.
100 years ago, we weren't inundated with all of these technologies that are actually depleting our bodies of energy. And so, you know, the fluorescent lights, you know, just zap the vitamin D out of us. I mean, it's like it just keeps pulling and pulling, all the blue light poisoning and all of these so-called technologies that are cutting edge. Well, they're cutting edge, all right. They're cutting right into us.
They really are. So we're bombarded with all of the chemicals and the toxins and all of these additional technologies that aren't good for us. So just having a tool like this that you can just hop under for 10 minutes, and it does feel amazing, and you probably will fall asleep, is just essential, I think, with everything we're being bombarded with at the moment. It's amazing.
Yeah, and you can go on to the docofdetox.com, because we have all of these beautiful devices that as far as the investment goes, it's such a small investment, and how you can actually affect your entire family with it, and for yourself. I mean, how powerful is that when you can shine a light on your body and change the blood like that? I mean, the machine itself, Linda, as far as the cost, you can go to docofdetox.com, but it's around $2,800 US, and you can get the stand with it too as well, which I would highly advise. And you can then have it over top of your bed, and you can lay on a massage table, and it really is. And yeah, a person does fall asleep under it. It's so beautiful. Well, it does every time, every night, probably.
Yes. And you know what is special about it? You can use it as a medical device, of course, for medical conditions, and you can also use it for wellness treatments, for well-being. And I have some colleagues here in Amsterdam. They are acupuncturists, and they are using Bioptron as acupuncture tool. Amazing. So they are applying on the same zones in the body, acupuncture points, light. So it's called light puncture actually, and it has the
Oh,
same effect
interesting.
as the needle. So persons who are afraid of needles, they can just use
This is
in
a
a safe
great
way
alternative.
very easily.
Wonderful.
They can use the Bioptron. And then the other device, the smaller one, maybe you can have it in your studio, it's called Medal, and this is like a 5 centimeter diameter. You can use it very easily for these purposes.
Amazing.
It really is. And we
And
use
with
it here.
acupuncture with light, you apply a light 1 minute per zone. So maybe in total for 12 minutes, you are completely done. It's influencing the organs in the body.
Incredible.
And regenerating them.
That's good to know. I just look up the meridian charts and just
Exactly.
give myself my own acupuncture treatment with the Bioptron.
Yes.
You know, when you think of health and then you start shifting that, and you start shifting as to your perspective of exactly what creates a healthy body, because we're so inundated with the fact that we're physical and we aren't. We're invisible, and that's really what it's all about. That's what Einstein is E equals mc squared. It's all about light energy. Yeah, it's really cool. So what else do you have for us, Alia?
We were stuck with the babies, and then after that period, the kids are going to the preschool, school, and kids are, as we know, very active, running all the time, jumping, climbing, and falling. So the main problem in that period, in that age, is to get hurt, and the parts are hands, elbows, and knees. And you can treat hurts and bruises at home with Bioptron very easily, and it will speed up the healing process in a natural way, so they will not have pain.
Well, I know from my granddaughter's perspective, when she was just over the age of 2, and she was just messing around in the living room, and she kind of tripped over her father's foot, like right in front of me, and she landed kind of on her chin, and I just saw her neck go back, and it really wrenched her neck back like far. And I was like, before she could even react, I picked her up, took her upstairs, put her on the massage table, and put the light under her like right away before it had a chance to even, and she just laid there, and she jumped up and never looked back. And then she would say to me, Grammy, when she would fall, she'd go, "Can you put me under the lights, please?" And so,
That's so
under the
cute.
lights. So then you train them at such a young age, and so she would ask me.
And you just called it a magic light, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. Any young child is going to want to go under the magic light.
Yeah, yeah. So it was really cute, very effective. I'll tell you, that's for
It's
sure.
very cute. My son also, when he is not feeling very well, he's 10 years old, and sometimes when he is sick, he's never sick, but maybe sometimes, and then he's in the bed and he's saying, "Oh, Mama, put the Bioptron."
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Isn't it wonderful when you can see these little beings that are, doing mirror work and Bioptrons and all this stuff? It's
Yes,
like,
wonderful.
They're
Yeah.
getting a massive head start, that's for sure.
Yeah. So there you go, Braveheart women.
The kids are growing and they are becoming teenagers. So why is Bioptron good for teenagers? Because of acne problems, and that can be very serious and intense. I found on the website here, WebMD, it says acne commonly starts during puberty between the ages of 10 and 13 and tends to be worse in people with oily skin. Teenage acne usually lasts for 5 to 10 years, normally going away during the early 20s. It occurs in both sexes, although teenage boys tend to have the most severe cases. And I can assume that can be really, really horrible period for this age. They can get insecure, right?
Well, I experienced that myself, and I ended up getting acne really horribly in high school. And I was going to all these doctors, of course, because I was all programmed into that field. And I remember when I was 15 years old going to see this dermatologist, and the first thing that she said to me, and they were giving me vitamin A acid peels and just, oh my gosh, it was horrible. And the first thing that she said to me, is you're going to have scars for the rest of your life. And I remember crying all the way home in regards to that, because I mean, you're telling a teenage girl at the age of 15 that she's going to have a scarred face for the rest of her life. And how beautiful would it have been if my parents had a Bioptron and that we could have just shone that on there. And you know, and I saw other, and it really did affect that. I mean, I just didn't want people to like look at it, and it was such a self-conscious thing. And I remember this one young fellow in my high school, and he had, it was like it had changed the landscape of his entire face. It looked so painful. And to have a tool like this, that these individuals don't have to go through these things and really affect their lives in a huge way. And it's such a hard age for people to deal with that sort of thing as well. There's all those hormones going on. And actually one of my best, I didn't suffer with acne, but one of my best friends did. And it really, like the depression and the anxiety and everything that goes with that. And then like what you were saying, Sharon, the amount of drugs that you're given at that age. So there's stuff on the skin, there's steroids, there's acid pills, but then they were putting on hormones as well to try and sort of calm the hormones down. It's just a concoction of chemicals when your body is going through those massive changes. So if you're using the Bioptron, Olya, from a young age, do you think we're going to prevent acne just from happening at all? And then if the acne does get there, we can use this as a therapy?
Yes, maybe we can prevent acne. But in a case that kids get acne, you can see it here before treatment, 5 days later, and after 15 days.
That's amazing.
That's incredible. My jaw just dropped. So 15 days. So my friend went through this for like years upon years.
Yes.
And you can resolve that in 15 days.
Yeah, and I wrote down the explanation, why is this happening, the healing process, because of 2 spectrums of Bioptron light, and this is blue and this is red light. So the blue wavelengths eliminate acne-causing bacteria, so they are just cleaning bacteria, and red wavelengths at the same time are calming the inflammation and also shrinking these sebaceous glands that produce excess oil and clogs the skin. So it's working like simultaneously.
This is invaluable for teenagers. I mean, because you've got the anxiety, depression side of it that then they're not going to be fed loads of drugs for as well. It's just. Yeah. Well,
and I know from my experience, they put me on a drug called tetracycline.
Yes,
and it was something that you had to take like 6 times a day, or it was so ridiculous, and it had to build up in your system. And thank goodness that I had an allergic reaction to it, that I had to get off of it, because I've talked to people that through the Perfect Day consultations that they've been on it, and I mean, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine what my body would have been like after taking that for an extended period of time, let alone all the effects that it would have. It's really sad when you can do something like this. I mean, I'd run out if I had a teenager. I'd find the $2,800.
Right.
Because I mean, that'd be the first thing I'd do.
But look what it's going to save you in the long run.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
In terms of like ongoing health issues going forwards.
Well, because we know that antibiotics directly affect the Holy Grail, which is the large intestine. So you're creating pitting, and therefore you're then destroying the integrity of the large intestinal walls, and then now you've got leaching of infection and inflammation through the intestinal walls, and then you've got inflammation systemic, and you've got infection into the blood. I mean, it's just this.
It's a domino effect of dis-ease,
and absolutely,
and sitting under a light for 10 minutes a day can stop that.
Yeah,
amazing.
So somebody was talking about...
we had a couple of questions, actually.
Is there a practitioner here, Esther, is there a practitioner here in California already trained in using the Bioptron? I would have to check into that for you,
Hi, Esther. We'll have a little look, and then we'll come back and answer some of the comments a bit later on.
Yeah. It depends on what, I mean, California is a big state. Could you give us a little bit of better idea?
Yeah, a bit more info, and we'll do what we can to find out. Or come and visit us in Ixtapa, of course.
Come down here to the World Healing and Training Center. And Michelle mentioned that the acid peel I did once had a cyst acne off on, even some like cysts had a needle put in to get the stuff out. But they did say never squeeze them because of scarring. Wish I had that then. Absolutely. Can this heal and clean the liver?
It can detoxify liver, yes. You can apply it on the liver area and do the light detox.
Thank you,
Okay,
Esther.
great. Thanks, Esther. We'll have a look into that for you. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
What's our next slide, Olga?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we are getting old. So Bioptron we can use for anti-aging. As I said in the beginning of this show, Bioptron won a trophy as the best anti-aging product in Paris in 2014 at the Aesthetic and Anti-Aging Medicine Congress. Bioptron stimulates and regenerates the skin. It has positive effect on fibroblasts, which results in the production of collagen and elastin. And the results are increased skin density, restoring the natural luminosity of the face, decreasing fine lines and wrinkles, improving skin thickness, improving skin texture, giving a firmer and smoother skin, so your skin on the end looks healthier, younger, and it looks better. So you can see on these drawings like four pictures. I will go through it. The first one is showing fine line wrinkles. You can see epidermis and dermis part of the skin. On the first photo, you can see as we age, we produce less collagen, which results in the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And this is due to the dry and also a thin skin. So we are losing collagen. You can see it here on the first photo. On the second photo, the influence of Bioptron light. Bioptron light penetrates deep into dermis area, dermis layer, and it's stimulating fibroblast cells, which are responsible for producing collagen. Picture number 3. Collagen is stimulated to the surface of the skin. This means the new collagen that is created moves to the surface of the skin, and in this way it is reducing the fine lines and wrinkles. And the picture number 4, we can see less fine lines and wrinkles. So this is the picture that shows the increase in collagen production. So collagen, this increase of collagen production smooths the skin and it is reducing the appearance of fine line and wrinkles. So you can compare from the first one, how it looks like it dropped, and then the fourth one is repaired and nice new collagen, and the skin is nice and repaired.
And how long was that over using the Bioptron for those results to happen?
For 2 months, let's say.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
10 minutes a day for 2 months.
Yes, yes.
So it's not invasive. You're not putting chemicals in your body.
Puts you to sleep.
It puts you to sleep. It's relaxing. It doesn't like the cost benefit again over time. That's fantastic. I like that for anti-aging.
It's fabulous.
Yes, very nice. Okay. People can get depressed. The symptoms are fatigue, lowered motivation, increased need of sleep, increased appetite, and of course, eating the food which is not healthy, and then consequently gaining some weight. And they are not happy on the end. So we use Bioptron also for treating depression. And why is this light special for this particular medical problem? It's because it produces 10,000 lux, and the lux is the measurement unit for light. Just to compare, in a normal room, the normal light bulb is generating 500 lux, and this is 10,000 lux.
Amazing.
So you can imagine what is the difference. You use it 30 minutes or 40 minutes with a distance of 30 centimeter, and we have very good results. Clinical studies show that there is a decreased anxiety in people who are using Bioptron. So it's influencing us, the whole neuroendocrine system. So it's influencing our hormones, and so you can imagine the hormones, like hormone of happiness, serotonin, is just rising up, and the other hormones are just it's reducing.
That's lovely. And also, so for people, especially in Northern Hemisphere, where there's not as much daylight, this would be an amazing tool to help with that, right? So the whole SAD effect.
Yes, exactly.
Amazing.
Yes.
Wonderful.
We've got a lovely comment from Lucky for you, Olya. Oh, wow, we can stay beautiful like Olya. Isn't that cute?
Namaste.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are there some questions about it, or we can go further?
We can keep going. Yeah, and you know, in regards to the depression, it really is the body shutting down, and no wonder it's because we're running this program that's all about the anxiousness, and it's we become so busy doing things rather than being a human being. And what we do with the Perfect Day and the consultations, we do both emotional and nutritional consultations. And it is about getting down to the fact that we don't want to be chased by these false evidence that are appearing real, the fears that are being created. And so we shut down, but we're actually shutting down the ability for our body to absorb the light energy because we're just not vibrating. So what we do is that we approach it from the physical perspective, but also from the vibrational perspective of the hyperlight. And when we can take the Perfect Day strategies and the models associated with this strategy, and then we can marry that to try to get to the emotional intelligence of where depression actually resides, is that the true root of it, then we add a tool such as the Bioptron, which is so effective, then we can then bring both of these technologies, and then we can really move somebody up on the vibrational scale and really make a difference in their lives. Absolutely. So it's about taking it emotionally and physically and marrying these two modalities together, utilizing these beautiful energy medicine devices.
We've got the energy medicine devices, and we've got the emotional well-being, we've got the nutraceuticals coming in and raising the vibration. There's, depression doesn't really have a chance when we're using all of these amazing tools. No. And I just had one other question actually, Olya. With depression, is it better to use it at night? Will it help you sleep? Because we know that sleep really affects depression. Or is it better in the morning? Or does it depend on the person and they try either way and see what works better for them?
I would say better to use in the morning, in the daytime, because it's then in a healthy way influencing our circadian rhythm.
Perfect.
In the morning, we need light, and we also need the blue light in the morning, which is the part of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And in the evening, we don't need the blue light, which is influencing in a bad way our circadian rhythm. So if you use it in the daytime, you will sleep very good.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. That's really clear. That's awesome.
Yeah, and just to clarify, the circadian rhythms is our wake and our sleep rhythms. So often we get them all confused because the fact that we're being inundated with so much of this blue light poisoning, and that completely affects our circadian rhythms.
It really does, and it's going with the natural rhythm. So we wake up with the light, with the sun, and we go to sleep with the dark. And in our fast-paced lives, we're not doing that quite so much. Yeah. And then so our body heals, at certain organs heal at certain times through the night, and if your circadian rhythm is off, then that healing isn't off as well. So having this to help with your circadian rhythm is going to be really, really great.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. It's influencing actually a hormone which is called melatonin.
Fantastic.
Yeah, melatonin. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so we can move on. Thank you.
We go further. Bioptron for treating burns, second-degree burns. On the first picture, you can see it, the condition immediately after the accident, which is very serious. After 12 days of treatment, the skin is healing, and after 9 months of treatment with Bioptron, the skin is completely healed.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
that is absolutely incredible.
So no skin grafts, no major surgery,
No,
just a light.
just the light. Yes.
No wonder it's won awards. Yeah, that's phenomenal. That really
Beautiful.
is. Yeah.
Yes. Here on this picture, the 2nd degree burn, the 1st day, the 3rd day, the 2nd picture, the 3rd picture, the 5th day, and after 7 days, the wound is healed completely. And normally here says wound healing of this kind normally takes up to 40 days.
Yeah.
Well, it goes to show you that when we give the body light energy, then it heals. I mean, this is the evidence. We don't have to, go into humming and all these kinds of things and, ask for some kind of, sign. There it is right there.
It's really lovely, actually. It's kind of the sciencey evidence that some people might need. I mean, I personally like humming, as Sharon said, and omming and all of that sort of stuff, and I find my connection that way. But for people that aren't finding their connections that way, seeing this scientific evidence that the light energy is healing is going to be so helpful for people to really grasp what that means. It's phenomenal.
Absolutely. Those are great slides.
The study case, wound infection in diabetes patient. And after only 2 months with Bioptron treatment, they were also included hyperbaric oxygen treatment. The leg was saved, which normally, maybe if you know, in diabetes conditions, it's very difficult to treat such condition, and sometimes the leg has to go under surgery and to be operated. And in this case, the leg is saved and the patient is
I mean, that's amazing. That leg looks like it's beyond help, honestly. It looks like that there's nothing that it can be done. And then how long, was it 2 months, did you say?
2 months.
2 months, yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I mean, if we now at the point where it was healed, so it didn't have the open wound, now if we went in there and did work non-surgical and opened up all the scar tissue and those blockages created with that and kept up with the Bioptron, which we use it within our healing and training center here in Ixtapa, Mexico, that then now you're just bumped, like you wouldn't even know that even happened.
That's it's so incredible, because looking at the first picture, it looks like there'd be no way you could do anything with it, let alone go anywhere near it with your elbow. Like that's right. So 2 months of Bioptron, we could then go in, like you say, and then just continue to treat it. It would, it's amazing.
And Lena asked, how long does the bulb last and how much to replace it?
How long
does the bulb last and how much to replace it?
To replace it.
Yeah, the bulb on the Bioptron. How long does it last?
The bulb on the Bioptron device, sometimes 30 years, sometimes never.
Oh, wow. There you go.
I have a friend and she's using it for 30 years.
Wow.
And, because the Bioptron device is already for 30 years on the market, and since 2017 we created a new optics, which is non-photonic full rain optics. Before that we had a medical filter, but now we went into a quantum medicine and quantum mechanics. So
beautiful.
We moved one step further to improve the quality of the device.
That's wonderful.
Yes, so the light bulb can go on.
On.
Yes.
And Louise mentioned that her daughter cut her ring finger 5 days before her wedding and used the Bioptron several times a day. On the day of the wedding, the cut was completely healed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The wedding was saved by the Bioptron.
By the Bioptron.
Great, super.
And Lena, there is a smaller version. I don't believe, though, that we do sell that on the Dog of Detox. So we just have to, I guess you just have to Google and find that elsewhere. But we can try to track that down for you and send that
Yeah, we
information
can get some
off.
info to you. Oh, you can send
I
us
can
that.
help if you want,
Yeah, that would be
Sharon and
lovely.
Sam. I can
That'd
help
be
with it.
beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It will be arranged, don't worry.
Okay, we can arrange that. We have
Yes.
the ability to do so. So go on, yeah, I think you're welcome, Lena.
Here you can see also some skin conditions, how is healing. This is very interesting, these pictures here in the second row. It is in diabetes patient. And, sometimes in such condition, you cannot save the leg, but thanks to Bioptron, the leg is saved after only 9 months with Bioptron exposure.
That's really phenomenal. And and the thing is with with diabetes and with all these, it comes down to inflammation. And when you learn the strategies associated with the perfect day lifestyle and understand what the Wolf non-surgical does as far as removing the blockages of the crystallization, because when there's inflammation, then that creates acidity, and that acidity, then the body cannot be at a homeostatic level in the acidity. It must be slightly alkaline. And so then the only resource that the body has is to pull calcium from the bones. And when it's in the softer tissues, like the tendons, the muscles, and the ligaments, those tissues start binding because they're inflamed. And then lactic acid and uric acid starts going to that area. Fibrins are then, and it starts to twist and contort and dehydrate. So no circulation can take place. It's now scar tissue. And then the displaced calcium comes into play because it is inflamed. And so then you have all of these little crystals, and the feet are the furthest away from the heart.
Yeah.
And when there is no circulation that's going on, they're very limited. And with the Bioptron, you're addressing it from the standpoint of increasing the amount of light energy, and then we can go in there and open up all of those regions, so we can remove the displaced calcium out of the bone, out of the body, and we can then open up the scar tissue. So then now we have circulation, and what we're doing is that, and you wouldn't have to have a foot that looked like that.
No, I mean, we're looking at preventing that. I mean, these images are just horrific, but the fact that you can get it back to where it is, and also, so the Bioptron is what I'm kind of gauging, is it just works on so many different levels. So you would be bringing, like, you'd be improving the blood flow, that would be bringing circulation to the feet. Like, it's just, I'm blown away.
Yeah, it is phenomenal.
Again, Olya, you've done it again.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for the questions now. Yeah, thank you.
This is the case of psoriasis.
Yeah.
Before exposure, you can see here the first picture. The second is after 10 treatments. And the third one, the last one, is after 20 treatments. The condition is improved a lot.
So great.
Yes. Yeah, and psoriasis.
And the question at the beginning of the show was about treating pets. Of course, you can treat the pets. The first picture is showing open leg. This is the image of a 2-year-old horse. Mm-hmm. And you can see how it looks very serious and very bad. And after 7 weeks later, the results are impressive, significant. The wound is closed and the leg is saved and healed.
So that was after 7 weeks of 10 minutes a day. Would it be the same for
Yes,
animals as well?
10 minutes a day.
And I was thinking earlier, like, some people might sort of wonder how you're going to keep your animals still. I imagine they find it quite relaxing. I've done Reiki on animals before, and whenever I practice Reiki, they could just come and sit next to you. So they like that kind of energy sort of stuff. So I just think that they'll probably just chill out under the light, right?
They like it very much because it's a nice, warm light, relaxing light.
So they're going to love it just as much as we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, babies, adults, pets.
Yes,
yes.
We've got it covered.
Yeah, we have it covered.
We can go on a section which I called quantum healing, quantum medicine, and it's all about quantum mechanics. And we can start with the sentence of the greatest scientist ever, Nikola Tesla. And he said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Thank you, Nicola.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is this important? Because it's all about the frequencies, actually. Healthy body means proper cells and organs frequencies.
And
Here on
when we
this
talk about
picture, you can see the signal recorded by Dr. John Zimmerman, which I found on internet. You can see the frequencies of particular parts like nerve regeneration, 2 hertz, bone growth, 7 hertz. So this means every cell, every organ has a particular frequency. And if we are healthy, the frequencies are healthy, and the frequencies right, we are then on the right frequencies. But due to some stress factors, which can be internal stress, or external stress, stressogenic factors, the energy in the organs changes, their frequency also changes, and this is in the long term resulting in illness.
Amazing. So can I just ask, the Bioptron then covers all of those frequencies?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. And why? It's very good intro, what you said, Sam. Because in nature there are some superior and on the other side, inferior entities. Our biostructures are inferior entities due to the aging processes and illness. They are getting disturbed. We are getting old due to the aging process. It's a natural process. We are getting old. The biostructures are getting disturbed. So we have this C60 molecule, which is a constant structure, which is a superior energy information structure, and it is ultimate bioresonator. So what happens, we have those 2 entities, biostructure and C60. Through resonance, they interact with each other. It's a light-matter interaction, and C60 transmits the energy and information to the disturbed entity and regenerate disturbed biostructures, because they have the same energy structure. You can compare them. They have the same, our biostructures are compatible to C60 molecule.
So it's all about the hexagonal structure of that. So then it's still hexagonal. So you're taking that spin of the C60 molecule and you're spinning it into so it's rejuvenating the inferior?
Yes, you can see it. I like this. I like to say it's molecular architecture of C60.
Yes.
It possesses the special molecular architecture. It has 20 hexagons and 12 pentagons. Hexagons are responsible for the stability of the molecule, and pentagons for biological harmonization of biological processes. So hyperlight, how can I say, it's a structured light that maintains and restores the disturbed biological structures, structured matter, bringing them in the state of harmony, natural state of balance. So through resonance, and it's regenerating us on the quantum level.
It's so amazing. So we're using we've got the C60 and the Bioptron, and then we have our C60 that we're ingesting and using topically and infusing it that way. That's hitting it from every single angle.
Creating the perfect cell.
That's awesome.
And that's what this is doing from a light perspective.
Yeah.
Is it's creating the perfect cell, so then you ingest it like you were mentioning.
It's every...
And then now you have it
every angle, infusing.
We got it covered. So
we are
just come to the World
C60
Healing and Training
infused.
Center and we got it covered. Bring it on.
Yes. This is here, I forgot to say, it's a biostructure called clathrin in the body. This one, so. And as you can see, the conformational state corresponds to C60. If you see, it's the same energy structure and the symmetry. This is how is the light generated, and you can see here. Do you see my mouse when I move?
Yeah, I can, absolutely.
Oh, okay, the C60 in the filter, in the optics, generating hyperpolarized light, which is the highly structured light. This is the electromagnetic field of photons of hyperpolarized light. This is in 3D as a Tesla toroid, and this is in 2D. You can see the pattern.
It's beautiful.
It's perfect pattern according to the Fibonacci law, the law of harmony and beauty.
Wow.
And here you can see the iRod cell has the same type of symmetry as Bioptron light.
Wow.
And even 85% of the human body, so this means water, proteins, lipids in the body, possesses the same type of symmetry as hyperpolarized light. So they interact, they resonate, they interact, and hyperpolarized light is then restoring them, regenerating them, and renewing them. This is here centrioles, and this is iRod cell, and here was the clathrin. So I chose 3 of them to show you.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Those are beautiful. Yeah, that really, that's a home run there.
We speak about light. Light is alive. We are light beings due to our electromagnetic nature. It's very interesting to say that we can live 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, but without electromagnetism, we cannot live 1 single second. So no electromagnetism and no life, because each cell in our body emits more than 100,000 photons per second. Those photons are called bio-photons.
Well, you know, when you think of the start of life, so when the sperm meets the ovum, there's a spark, and that's at the start of our life. And then at the end of our life, there's another flash of light. So there's 2 lights. So then we enter this world of existence at this level with light, and then we finish with light.
Yeah, it's really interesting because we often hear like breath is life as the first thing, right? But actually light is life as our first and last. Okay, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and you know, the Dr. Fritz Albert Popp, he demonstrated that healthy cells are emitting structured light, and unhealthy cells are emitting not structured light. So structured light is responsible for good health, and chaotic light means disease in the body.
Well, and Fritz Phillips Pops, he was the fellow that his student designed the photon counter. Yeah, he was the one that realized that like photons attract to like photons, and it's phenomenal.
They interact with each other,
right.
and communicate.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Here you can see the biophotons. It's amazing. They are hexagonal shape. A healthy light photons in the body.
Yeah, so that's what's being attracted to the DNA.
And it's all about the hexagon. Why? The red blood cell membrane skeleton is a network of 33,000 protein hexagons.
Wow. This hexagon's pretty important, isn't it?
It is. And why? Because according to scientific evidence, all biological organisms prefer the hexagonal water structure in the body, as structured water is involved in the healthy function of the DNA, enzyme reactions, and numerous metabolic functions. References, the best to look at the website of Dr. Gerald Pollack, who is investigating structured water.
Yeah, it's all coming down to the structure, isn't it? That's really great.
Fibonacci.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Fibonacci.
Yes. So we did an experiment at the Dr. Masaru Emoto Institute in Japan. The first picture, number 1 and number 2, you can compare. The first one shows water crystal molecule, which is irregular, incoherent, and unstructured. After only 10 minutes of Bioptron exposure, the water crystal changes. There is a transformation. The light is modifying the matter. The results are showing that the information and energy affect the matter. So hyperpolarized light is changing the water molecule structure, transforming it into a hexagonal shape. And this shape represents molecular coherence, the highest state of molecular coherence and the state of harmony.
So basically you can structure water with the Bioptron.
The water in the body you can structure with Bioptron.
But can you structure, like exactly. If I took a glass of water, I could shine the Bioptron on it and I could structure that too as well.
Exactly. Oh this is the point of the story. Because 70% of our body is composed of water.
And then so we know that when we structure water, it changes the surface tension and it's more absorbable and all the rest of it. So it makes everything more absorbable and So we're changing the structure of the water because that's why it's called fourth phase water. And that's what they've done, is that they froze that fourth phase water, and that's where Emoto ended up getting that beautiful hexagonal imagery, because he froze it and looked under the microscope. And so here we are. This is like so cool. I'm like so excited. I want to go tell somebody it. Oh, we are. Oh, we are.
Thank you for these beautiful slides, Olya. They're amazing. They really are.
Nice. And I did an experiment with the Veda Pulse quantum diagnostic device. So you put the electrodes on the wrists and you measure 33 different pulses in the body according to traditional Ayurvedic medicine. Mm-hmm. So what we saw after 10 minutes, you can see the first picture represents the electromagnetic field of a person before exposure, and the second picture after 10 minutes of exposure to Bioptron. The electromagnetic field increased in size. What this means, if you can see the results, the readings, the energy in stomach was 7.7, it increased to 14.6, etc. So the energy is brought to the organs and cells where was the deficit in the body, energetic deficit in the body.
Amazing. And that was just was that a 10-minute treatment?
Yes,
each area. And then, so if you're doing that every day for 10 minutes, does this just continue to raise these numbers? And will it maintain it at a higher level for you? Okay.
Yes, and to keep you in optimal state.
Lovely.
Now, are you talking about that they're shining it on certain points, like meridian points? Because it's showing the small handheld unit there. Are they shining it, or is it just on that C7 region?
Not only this area, but here we can see very good results. You can also shine between the eyebrows, on the sternum, also on your belly button.
Yes.
Right. So it doesn't matter where you shine it; it's still going to affect all of those different parts of the body.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. That's
and it's
really
interesting
amazing.
that the stomach doubled. And that was the most profound, was the stomach, and I think the small intestine. Yeah, and the small intestine.
Wow, that's more than double. That's great.
Yes.
2 of the key areas, right?
Yeah, that increased the most. Oh, the liver. Yeah, the liver jumped up a lot too as well.
Yes.
That's great.
Well, because the liver has a lot of blood cells in it, because it handles so much function within the body, right? So many processes in the liver. Interesting. So
what is the conclusion? It's hyperlight is influencing the whole system. It's bringing the energy where it is most needed, bringing the whole organism to a healthy state of alignment, harmony, balance, homeostasis.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And so also our bodies are very intelligent, right? So it will take the energy where it needs it the most.
Exactly.
From wherever
it
you're
is going by
shining the light.
itself, as you can see it here on this picture. It's just going, the energy is spread and brought to the parts where was the deficit.
And was that that slide there, was that just one person that you took those readings from? So for different people, there might be different readings because different areas of their body would require the energy more.
Exactly. I checked this on different people. But what is positive about it, that is always increasing. Side electromagnetic field.
But that's amazing, because then it shows you that actually the body is just taking the energy where it requires it the most, because you've been doing it on different people. It's fascinating, Olya. Absolutely amazing.
Well, you see, the red blood cells are the little worker bees. It's like the little worker trucks within the body itself, and so then you're actually increasing the light energy in the red blood cells because of their so much hexagonal structure that's coating them, and so then they're going to wherever they need to go because they're the ones that have all the intelligence.
Yeah, intelligent little beings. They are.
They're like the little worker bees in the body.
That's so amazing.
That's really fascinating. Yeah, this is really, cutting edge. I mean, cutting edge, and it's been around for 30 years. But like you said, the quantum part of it has been in since what, 2017? You said
2017.
2017. Yes. So then this has just bumped up the entire level of what this Bioptron is doing with this Tesla technology. Yeah,
it's just incredible, and just imagine where it's going in the next 5 years, 10 years as well. It's awesome. What an awesome tool to be working with, Olya.
Yeah,
and and the magical results that you get to see, right? This must be so rewarding to see this.
Yes, I'm very happy when I see these results. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Because we can only say it, we can experience and say like, okay, it's nice, warm, I feel relaxed. But what is actually going inside in the body, we can see with such quantum diagnostic devices, and we can confirm our hypothesis.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
We just need to keep sharing this stuff, right? Yeah. It's so beneficial.
And that's the Bioptron journey, from 0 to 100.
Absolutely amazing. Olya, thank you so much for joining us again today. We absolutely love having you on the show.
Yeah,
thank you for the invitation. It was a pleasure to be with you, Sam and Sharon.
Yeah,
and you,
it's such a pleasure, Olya. And thank you, my friend. And we can feel your Bioptron energy resonating all the way from the Netherlands.
We can, and again, thank you for joining us. We know it's late your end, and so thank you so much for taking
really
the time to spend with us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Greetings to our great audience.
Yes, thank you, guests.
We'll see you soon, my love.
See you.
Thank you, Olya. Have a beautiful
sleep. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Great.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, lovely. So just,
You taking her off here? Yeah. Okay. Wow, that was just a phenomenal presentation by Olya Lupashensky, the director of the Netherlands for Bioptron.
She's such a beautiful being, and we're so grateful that she comes on. It's really the other end of her day. It's late at night there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Just the information, she just makes my brain fall out every time I speak to her. She's just got so much amazing information. It's off the scale what we have our hands on.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It really
and
is.
It is all about filling your heart up and shining that light on the world. It really is. And that's how we push the vibration. That's how we actually vibrate to the dreams that we want. Because if we could push the vibration, then that is where we actually start resonating. So the majority of the frequencies that we are being inundated with are man-made.
Yeah.
And Einstein stated that E equals mc squared, so it's energy in motion. And the energy medicine, he also stated that energy medicine is our future. And this is our future.
This is our
Where we
future.
can take these most powerful energy medicine devices and change our blood, change the little worker bees, and have these beautiful Fibonacci designs and hexagonal and change the aging, help our newborn children, help our teenagers, preteens. It's just mind-blowing as far as all the applications, the healing process. I mean, it's essential that we bring this light energy into our homes, into our lives, into our food, into every aspect of our lives, so we vibrate and we can just bounce through our day in just such a phenomenal level. So we're feeding every cell with light energy to bring you true health and healing. And this is what we're doing with the Braveheart Women's Show. This is what we're doing with Doc of Detox World Healing and Training Center here in Ixtapa, Mexico, is that we're bringing the vibration back so that we can truly heal and we can empower ourselves, because that's what this is. This is a global march of self-empowerment. Empower. So let's get ourselves radiating. Let's get ourselves vibrating right from A to Z. Wellness. And we can vibrate and we can manifest those most beautiful dreams and those visualizations. But what we need to do is we need to, every time we speak, every time we walk, every time we talk, every time we interact with individuals, it needs to be of the most highest vibrational energy. And this tool, this wonderful Bioptron, it takes that quantum, that leading edge quantum technology of hyperpolarized light, that it can infuse ourselves.
It is amazing.
So exciting.
It's so amazing. And the other thing about this is that we learn to trust that we are energy beings, and you kind of can't look at this evidence and this information and not trust that anymore, because it's now being scientifically proven that we are this light energy being, and we've got to trust that. And I really like what you were saying, Sharon, about infusing every aspect of our life with energy and light. And those interactions with people, if you're not raising the other person up and you're not feeling raised by that as well, then that conversation is kind of unimportant, really.
Right.
And just walk away from that until you're able to raise the energy for yourself first and foremost, and then for other people. So yeah, what are you leaving people with? Are you leaving them with a high vibrational energy, or are you coming away feeling exhausted? And if you are, don't do it anymore.
Well, that's all part of the Braveheart 12 loving steps.
It really is.
It's about loving, honoring, and respecting yourself first and foremost. And when we can start drawing those lines, which is so important, we can say, if somebody comes at you trying to spew a bunch of things onto you, then it's like, well,
have the power, stand in your power and say no to that, because when you truly love yourself, you're not going to be accepting that from anyone, because that's not in your vibration anymore. And actually what starts to happen is those people start to ping away from you anyway. So, but to begin with, you're going to have to stand your ground and stand in your power. For sure.
Well, like attracts like.
It does.
Right? Look, we attracted each other.
Right?
And that's what it's all about. Like attracts like. Just like what Alia, beautiful Alia, was talking about in regards to these hexagonal shapes. I mean, that have they're like shapes, and they attract themselves to the inferior cells so that then they can rejuvenate them into superior cells.
Oh my goodness. I was just thinking about our trip coming up. We've been talking about this day. We had an amazing phone call with the office where we found a surgeon for our breast explants that we've been talking about in previous shows. So we're definitely going to be having non-surgical before, on the Bioptron before, and then when we come through the other side, that Bioptron's going to be on my boobs.
Oh yes.
For sure.
Yeah. And we're going to go on this amazing journey, Sam and I together, because we both need to get explanted.
Yeah.
And we found, we believe, and we're just working on those particulars, but we feel that
we're
we found
nearly
somebody
there.
In Guadalajara,
Yeah.
which is only 6.5 hours from us. And we're going to do an absolute journey as we are going to document right from the get-go as far as our entire journey, so that we can empower women, so that we can look at this vessel and accept love and honor ourselves without having all of these psychological issues that go on with body image.
And talking about the energy, like, we're just going to have a giggle. I mean, there's going to be emotions, there's going to be all sorts of bits and pieces, and we're looking for a driver at the moment, so we need someone that can, like, deal with our energy, to be fair. It's like
oh yeah,
it's going to be great, but it is going to be all recorded and documented, and we're going to make some kind of, like, mini documentary. We had a funny name for it, but we'll come up with a better one. We won't share that one on the show.
We'll wait till we fine-tune that a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
And thank you, Carol. You're welcome, and Louise. We're really pleased to be able to be in a position to bring you these wonderful shows and to give you this information, because this is what will change our lives.
It is changing lives, and I just feel so privileged to get to just sit and listen to people like Olya and Tom last week, and we've got more energy medicine coming up in the following weeks. Like, my mind is blown daily. It's just fantastic, and that we can share this with you is just amazing.
Well, and that's what, the Braveheart Women's Show is about. It's about taking ourselves and exalting in our divine femininity.
Yeah.
And when we can actually vibrate to such a level that we're actually bringing that empowerment of the Earth's magnitude and bringing it up every energy center into our body, so that then we can then take this beautiful power that we have as women. And it's not about feminism.
No.
It's about femininity, because we were designed as this vessel to carry the most important life being within us.
Yeah. I mean, and I was just thinking, I've been thinking recently, the energy that you start to feel can be quite overwhelming if you don't love yourself enough to know that you deserve it. And that's something I've been working with recently. And it's not that pushing feminist energy where you've got to prove yourself. No. It's more of a fluid flow of energy that you then stand in your feminine power, your sacred feminine power. And then anyone that can't handle that just means that they're vibrating at a different frequency to you. You're not pushing it on people. There's nothing to be like, there's not egoic, but it's just accepting that you're a divine being of light, and allowing that light to just reach out to people that want to receive it.
Absolutely. Beautifully said.
Thank
Beautifully
you, sweetheart.
said, Sam.
Yeah, I'm just really feeling it this last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It feels awesome, so get yourselves there.
And let's blossom like these beautiful flowers, because that's what we are. We're beautiful flowers of energy. And it's so wonderful to be in this place and to see the changes and to see,
my goodness.
It's just, and even for myself, and so many of us have never actually felt joy.
No.
Before, and it's actually pure joy, but the joy is from within. I don't need anybody to give me joy.
No. Oh, I feel quite chatty today. I had a moment this morning. I went for a swim early this morning, and I was swimming, and the sun was up, and the birds were singing, and I was like, I've manifested the life I was dreaming of for years, and I was just filled with bliss, joy, and gratitude in that moment. And when I remember I first came here, and we were sat in a circle with Dr. Wolf, and we went round like, what is it that you want? And I said, I want to feel comfortable enough to experience my own joy. And here I am. So yeah, I just got a bit emotional.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That was awesome.
So beautiful. That just like makes me want to give you a big hug.
I know, honey, but we're all mic'd up.
Okay, I'll take. Tripping. Oh, we don't need to do that.
No more tripping, please.
No more tripping. So, and it's just so wonderful that people are joining us, and you know what? It all comes back to this beautiful platform that we have, and the honor that we have at the Doc of Detox and Dr. Darrell Wolf. I mean, this man has spent 44 years on designing these protocols and bringing these platforms and recognizing how important it is to exalt the divine femininity. Yeah. And it's so wonderful. And with all of these strategies, like the perfect day, the energy medicine guide, you can go onto the library. Darrell has 24 books in his library. It's probably about a $2 million library. This man produced all of these books except for the one, the Healthy to 100 he'd written before, in the last, 7 or 8 years?
I mean,
and he's put all of this together. And I so honor this platform that we're at, so that we can then have these discussions and have these beautiful guests on.
And these guests are just, I'm blown away. But also to share this with you, that is so important, because there's not many avenues for this information to come out, right? So share these with your friends and let them also see what's going on. And like Sharon was saying, the information in that library is off the scale. It's just, it's
and the Perfect Day consultation that we do, you can go on to the docofdetox.com, look up consultations, and you can choose whoever resonates with you, because it is about vibration.
It really is, and and you'll see people's pictures, you'll see the bio, and it really is just feel into that, and like, who is it that I would like to help guide me and support me through my health and wellness journey going forwards, and have a consultation. They're
start
amazing.
with that, and then as you move forward, then you can start adding different things on, and really recognizing that you're now vibrating, and when you vibrate at a higher level, you just attract all the most beautiful vibrational things.
You really do.
And nothing will stand in your way. Only
Nothing
you.
at all.
And so it's about peeling that away.
It is only you that stands in your own way, and I'm talking to myself right now.
Exactly. And visit the docofdetox.com/consultation, and you can also, if you're interested in coming down here, as far as taking some of the treatments and training, we have the personal treatments and training. And you can check that all out at the braveheartnation.com.
Braveheart Nation's got all of the info.
And the New World Practitioner, right now we're in the last 3 or 4 days of the Wolf non-surgical. We're just finishing up that certification.
The transformations, guys, you see people coming out of the tent. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. I kind of miss being in there in the course, actually. It's like, I want to go back in.
It's really cool to hear people and talking about what's going on, and and really what it is that, people aren't necessarily logical, but our training is not logical, but we have created logical training.
We really have, and as Sharon was saying earlier, Dr. Darryl Wolf has created an incredible healing and training experience here, and I'm going to call it an experience because it just blows your mind. So with his 40 odd years of experience and the outstanding team that he's developed, and it's growing, it's so exciting. We're all here to help you, not only put the pieces of the puzzle back together, but to support and guide you into the best and brightest version of yourself, to feel fully free to express your true and beautiful, unique you. That's definitely why I came and what I am now experiencing. And
when we can start experiencing that beautiful you, just nothing can stop us. Nothing can. So come and join us and create that magic. Because this is what this is. This is about a magical march to self-empowerment, and all of these strategies that, as you start adding them up, it really allows you to grow in such a place of joy and such a place of honor, and remove all those blockages.
It really does, and it takes a little bit of time, and that's why we're here to help guide you. So don't get overwhelmed by the amount of information. You just take little bite-sized pieces, loving baby steps, and at some point it all just clicks into place.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And then there'll be another course starting, and yes, it is going to start in the end of May. It'll be the Whole Life Coach on May the 29th. And that will run till June the 6th. And then that will be followed up with the Wolf Non-Surgical certification on June the 9th to the 20th. And then
we have Pain-Free Pelvis, and that's the in-person course again with Nadia. And so that's on the 25th, 26th and 27th of May. They've just completed their online, and we've had loads of really good feedback about the online Zoom as well. So, and I believe there's one Zoom and one in person a month. Is that kind of what they're kind of aiming towards? So keep your eyes peeled for that. But the next one's on starting on the 25th of May in person here in Ixtapa.
And something to note that when you're doing the online version, the Zoom version, is that it includes the Perfect Day consultation.
Yes, it does.
So that's part of the package. And what a beautiful way. And what we're doing is that Nadia has learned these techniques. They all come from Russia, as far as actually rejuvenating, revitalizing the integrity of all the tissues, all the way up within the vaginal canal region, and it's just an amazing course.
It's an amazing course. Sharon and I have both done it, and it ties in so well with what we're doing here and the feminine, sacred feminine energy and power.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's another whole life coach starting on June the 27th.
Yeah, that runs through to the 5th, and then Wolf Non-Surgical July the 8th to July the 19th, and then they're off to Dallas. So the whole life coach in Dallas is the 11th to the 20th of July, and the Wolf Non-Surgical is running from the 23rd of July to the 5th of August.
And then back to Canada.
Yeah.
The Canadians going back to Canada.
Oh my goodness.
And the whole life coach in Toronto is going to be from July 28th to the August the 5th, and the non-surgical in Toronto is going to run from the 8th to the 21st of August. And you can check out all the course dates at the braveheartnation.com. There's personaltreatmentsandtraining.com. Right now we have a lovely couple that came down because of a perfect day consultation that Sam had done, and they're in the midst of
we're in the middle of their personal treatment and training.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Their daughter's here with them, and actually I'm just going to say about the Bioptron, they were all in the energy medicine yesterday, and so we popped their daughter onto the Bioptron and she fell asleep. It was the cutest thing ever. So yeah,
and she's about 10 years old.
She's 10. She's adorable.
And she's down here just eyes wide open and just so happy and really gleaning a lot of knowledge about health at such a young age.
It's so beautiful to see a family that is kind of allowing their daughter into this world, and just what a magical woman she's going to grow into because of that. She's so super cool.
Oh, absolutely.
They're an amazing family.
So come down and join us and book a perfect day consult and go onto the docofdetox.com. Check out the Bioptrons. They're under our energy medicine, and next week we'll be doing it on the sentient elements. Yes. And we'll be showing a demonstration and talking about how it can affect the blood. And all of these modalities, all of these devices just really keep nurturing and increasing that vibration.
Increase the vibration, just layering it on. It's amazing.
It's all about good vibrations.
It really is. We keep saying that everywhere. We need the song on.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we need to have the song. Yes, we need to have the song.
We'll do a song at some point. So
should we turn on the light before we leave?
We haven't even turned the light on.
So this is our
Bioptron. Let me see if I can do my magic here. I wouldn't be very good on the QVC channel, would I? There we go.
And so here's the little measuring thing. Yeah. So that's the 10 centimeters. So 1 centimeter for a minute. And shall we finish off with the Braveheart Oath?
Yes, I believe it's your turn this week, Sharon. Yes.
Okay. So here we go. I am love. I am healed. Today and every day, from the moment that I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will honor you. I will trust you. I will protect you. I will forgive you. I will respect you. And I will love you unconditionally, first and foremost, before anyone or anything else. So help me God, because I am, I can, I am healed, I am love, I am a brave heart goddess. Hear me roar. Have a beautiful night, and thank you so much for joining us. And roar, you girls. Roar. Okay?
Thank you so much,
3,
everyone.
2, 1. We got
this. Thank you.
Until next week. Bye.
You know, it's not good enough to have the most powerful courses, treatments, and training. We want to deliver to you the adventure of a lifetime that's going to last a lifetime. And I'm going to take you on a little adventure right now and show you what we are going to deliver. What are we going to deliver? We are going to deliver the authentic you, the real you, the genius inside. How would you like to become not just the master of your mind, but the master of your body, the master of your life? You know what? The most important world is your world, and we're about to show you how to create it.
Found Dr. Wolf and all his positivity and trying to reshape our way of thinking and help me be a better person, a better mom, better wife. I'm glad I found him in person in Ixtapa, Mexico.
Never limit yourself to beautiful, because that's what you are. Take a look at this beautiful place. We all deserve beauty in our life. You need to create a new program that is unlimited when it comes to things that are beautiful, things that make you happy, things that make you shine, things that make you feel excited. Let's get excited.
This guy's got something really interesting to say and he's sharing it really openly and just really not caring what other people think, and I just thought that was really empowering.
What I've learned in my life is this: to be the change you wish to be the change you wish to see, Braveheart, you have to understand you take life one step at a time.
Dr. Wolf, as many people will have seen, is very direct and straight and will take you to the edge of the cliff, as he says, and then pull you back just in time.
Never lose your focus. Never lose your dream, because you are the dream maker. It's called image, but guess what? It's your imagination. The image that you hold creates the thought that you live with. That thought creates an emotion that creates a frequency, and we know that the invisible creates the physical. I mean, that's quite obvious. So be the power that you seek, and understand something, that all your thoughts matter. And guess what? Unless you're willing to take a look at those thoughts and retrain your brain, change your personality, you'll never change your reality, and your reality could become infinite.
He's a wealth of information, and I love it.
You were created by your creator to create. So let's create something amazing together.
I found Dr. Wolf and I went, wow, here's a truth speaker. And he spoke to my soul, and he spoke truth.
So tell me what you think of the destination that I came up with my imagination to hold the whole life coach certification for you. Understand something. It's all about beauty. It's all about adventure. It's all about stimulating the mind, okay? And understanding that your mind is unlimited. And that is what the whole life coach certification is all about. In the whole life coach certification, we are going to go deeper. We have people coming to us, professionals coming to us, from doctors to nurses to accountants to oil riggers to mothers that want to expand their life. And when they come here, they go, I need to learn to help my family, or I want to improve my business. But guess what? We get into their business. When they leave, they become the change that they wish to see, that they wish to be. They become the gift to the world, because when you can stay in the present, and you can't do that until you have unconditional love and care for yourself. And I'll tell you something right now. I have hardly even found 1 out of 1,000 practitioners, or even so-called whole life coaches, that can hold the present moment and own it and then give it as a gift. And this is what I'm going to give to you. And when you come here, this is where you're going to come into this room when you need to find alignment, you need to find balance, and you need to get back into your lion heart breath, because we're going to go deep into your heart, and we're going to become the spark that you seek.
And actually what I really love about Dr. Wolf's teachings is that unconditional love is literally it. And then you're like, how can it be that easy? That's just silly. So, but it's really not.
Come play, Come stay, come train with us today. Understand something. I know we have fear, but understand, that's just false evidence appearing real. I get it. Stick your toe in, feel the water, but then I want you to dive right in because
How I found my Braveheart was through Daryl. He really teaches you to go within and go in through your heart and not your mind, because your heart's a lot more connected to so much more than your mind. Your mind is just so conditioned and your heart is just so open and beautiful.
you're the answer that you've been looking for. Let me teach you how to fly. What does that mean? First, love yourself, Braveheart. Let's take life in and win.
I had just lost my husband a couple of years ago. With his passing, he gave me the greatest gift to love myself. But Dr. Wolf gave me the greatest gift in understanding that.
I had a dream 3 years ago that I would live in Mexico and I would have this training center, this teaching center, this treatment center that would touch the world. Your dreams are never too big. And when they start to create a little bit of anxiety, turn them into excitement. And get excited because this is your life.
He's the first doctor that I have encountered that has truly given me the truth, and not just half-truths, but the full truth. So it's been revolutionary for me in my healing process.
And this, my friend, when you take on the dream of all dreams and you realize that if you stay connected to your breath, that you can have it all. Do not let anybody take your breath away. Do not let anybody steal your dream, okay? Listen, God gave you imagination. This is your sandbox of life. Take your life back. Right now, we are teaching courses to people that have come from all over the world, and the government is saying you can't travel, you can't breathe, you can't have this, you can't come together. Yes, we will. And we will do it with unconditional love for each other. And we will learn to grow. We will not judge each other. We'll observe and see where we can support each other. But at the same time, we will hold the Braveheart line, because this is the only way that we can grow. So find your roar, because you're so much more. And learn this. You are the unconditional love that you've been looking for. You are the dream maker. I can't wait to see you. We want to become that small piece of the puzzle that brings your dream together. Thank you. Let me ask you a question. What do you think it would take to turn your life around? I can tell you right now, I learned that a long time ago, what the key was. And anybody that has been able to perfect the perfect day on an emotional, physical, and spirit level knows this. The answer is massive, personal action. That's what it's going to take for you to turn your life around. And to turn your life around, you're going to have to go within if you want to change without. And that's the bottom line. And you know, people think that they can do it like with a consultation, or maybe they can do it with a telephone call, or a Band-Aid, or a 911 emergency, a treatment. But understand, that's not the way it is. The day that you realize that when you master your mind is the only time you're going to master your body. Forget your life. That's always going to be just random luck until you know that you must become the master of your day. From the moment you rise until you gently close your eyes, you must be the only authority for you. And if you think that getting an hour consultation is going to do it, it's not. If you think that going for therapy is going to do it, it's not. You have to submerge yourself into what we would call the personal treatment and training. And you need to do that from anywhere from 6 days to 10 days, or you need to come for my whole life coach certification, because if you don't go in deep, you'll never make changes. They say it takes 10,000 times for you to repeat something before it becomes a prominent, dominant thought. And if you understood that 70 to 90% of all your thoughts are not yours, and they say that 70% of your thoughts are toxic, tell me they're not. Take a look at the majority of the population. 92% of the population has an autoimmune disease, which means the body is attacking itself. Before that, though, the person was attacking themselves on a subconscious, unconscious level. And that, my friend, is the bottom line, and why you must take a personal treatment and training and go deep and understand how to run your life. What that means is learning how to think, how to drink, how to eat, and knowing when somebody is mistreating you, when someone is disrespecting you, because until you honor and respect yourself, no one else is going to do it. So understand, this is your life. If you want to live your passion and purpose, then you must become the master of your mind to become the master of your body, so that you can become the light for your family. So please, consider this. You've got the time and you've got the money, because you're going to change the rest of your life for the rest of your life, and that's my guarantee to you.